Hey, before you watch this thing, hit subscribe, would you? You live in Berkeley?
I live in Oakland, yeah.
Oakland,
yeah.
Got it. Even blacker.
Yeah, well, we were in Berkeley, but now we're in Oakland. We've been in Oakland for a while.
Did Oakland, like, court you to come and live in?
No, I wanted to live in Oakland. When I moved to the Bay Area in 97, I started in Oakland, then I lived all over in San Francisco for a long time. But, I got 3 mixed-race kids, so Oakland is kind of the mixed-race kid capital of the world.
I can only imagine. What are the stats on it? Are there any stats? Do they keep stats?
I don't know why we would keep stats, because they're reproducing quite quickly. So yeah, no, it's like my kid goes to a school where it's like 50% kids of color, but most of those kids are mixed. So it's so it's funny. It's like, oh, it's a lot of people of color, and you're like, oh, but there's not that many regular black people. Like they're just yeah. So it actually sort of starts to go like, oh, she needs to be around regular black people.
Well. Yeah. All right. Well, that's one of your blocks is what's a regular black person?
I think if you are a mixed kid and you only grew up around, and first of all, let's be clear. I'm happy that my daughter has other mixed kids around her. And one of her best friends is mixed, but they're not even mixed in the same way. So it's like, I think there's a mixed experience that I'm happy that she's able to discuss with other kids who are mixed. But then there's also just like black people,
right?
Just like who aren't mixed and aren't thinking about being mixed and maybe some of them aren't that excited about mixed people. You need to.
Do you have brothers and sisters that are that have black children?
I'm an only child.
Oh,
yeah.
So cousins? Is there any sort of immersion program you can bring them to?
Well, the immersion program is that my dad lives in Mobile, Alabama. So
say no more.
Every time we go to Mobile, Alabama, I give them like a speech of like, all right,
look,
we're about to go to Mobile, Alabama.
We're traveling back in time.
And I'm like, there are going to be 80-year-old black women who you've never met before who are going to say they've known you since you were a baby. And you're just going to have to be like, uh-huh.
And then that happens?
Yeah, you just have to accept it. They're going to be like, oh, I saw you when you never met this person before. And and every woman is going to hug and kiss you. And I know we talk about bodily autonomy and da-da-da.
Yeah, you're waving it.
Yeah, over black. There's going to be a lot of black women who are going to hug and kiss you, who are going to tell you they're your aunt. They may or may not be your aunt, but you need to sort of like be around this.
Well, this raises an interesting question about bodily autonomy. Do you think if you're dealing with an older black woman, that there is something to just saying bodily autonomy is overrated, and like there's no way she doesn't mean well.
No, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would say bodily autonomy is overrated to my 6-year-old. That seems like outside of what. But I do say they're going to want to hug you and kiss you. Just I want you to know that, so that you can have that in you. And then there are going to be times where they're going to literally be like, come here, baby. Like a thing that doesn't happen. Come here, give me up.
Yeah.
And I want you to be prepared for that. I'm not going to tell you how to handle it, but I just want you to know that's going to happen. And these are people who, and this is the thing I tell, these are people who love you even though they've never met you. Like they have an investment in your future.
Yeah.
They're going to tell people they saw you. If you ever pop up in a newspaper article because you...
they're going to send it to 10 people.
Exactly. Like these are your people. And so I want you to be prepared for your people. So just to build the context so that like, because in Oakland, if some black woman they don't know comes up and hugs them, it might be a little bit strange because this is not the same as the South. It's not totally different. There are certainly black women who will hug you in Oakland. I want to be clear about that. But the South, it's just very concentrated. Which is why I'm glad.
And do you think it's a good thing to have in their diet?
100%. Yeah. I think that every American should spend some time in the South because I think a lot of us sort of like, even comics, we play the club, but you don't actually hang out. So for me, I've been going to Mobile since I was a kid, and I think it explains a lot of my life, why I sort of am able to move around a lot and be in a lot of different places, because I was going from like Boston to Mobile. And those are two very different and very similar places with weird accents. And I sort of got to understand that, like, America's a lot of different things. And I think that, like, especially with black people, most black people in this country live in the South. There's a saying about basically northern racism and southern racism. It's like in the South, they want black people to be seen. There's different versions of it, but there's like in the North, they don't care how high you get as long as you don't get too close. In the South, they don't care how close you get as long as you don't get too high.
Right.
So the idea being that in the North, you can be a black doctor, but don't move into my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Whereas in the South, they're like, I'd rather you live next to me than be a black doctor.
You can move in.
Yeah, you can move
Just
in.
don't go to med school.
Also, also it's a legacy of like enslavement. Like white people in the South are used to black people in a way that white people in the North are not used to black people.
Still getting used to it.
Yeah, still
working
so
it
that's a
out.
little bit of
140 years later.
Like I don't know. This was like a thing I learned because I was working on projects about schools. Overwhelmingly, integration went better in the South than it went in places like Boston. Like school integration, because black and white people in the South are more used to being around each other.
Right.
So there certainly are stories, but just generally, it went way worse in Boston than it went in.
But like more lynchings are in the South than the North, correct?
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about like violent. Like there's a legacy of lynchings in the South, but we don't. In the North, they weren't lynchings; they were just police brutality. So it just is a different name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Glad we started with the fun stuff.
God bless.